Hey, what's going on? All right, so we're doing what's called a walk and talk, and the house is a wood house with old wood windows, and a lot of the windows are going to need repairs. The other issue is that the wood is pre 1978. It is Cleveland, and they do require lead assessments and clearances and testing, so you might have a hard time with some of that. There's a lot of paint chips around the house, especially on the sides of the house, and also peeling paint and glazing, painting, ropes. There can be a lot of window work, and even some of the window sills. You can see this one here is rotted out. Foundation looked okay, but the drain tile system has been disconnected. You can see here it's dumping out, and when the downspouts are disconnected, that pretty much means that the drain tile is slow, sluggish, non-functional. Maybe some basement, maybe some future moisture issues. Okay, now all the water is going to come running down. This house built on a hill. The drain isn't even working there. It's plugged up, so you have to clean that. And then there's an unknown wall behind this garage which goes down about 3-4 feet, and there's probably some hydrostatic loading conditions, and I'm sure you own this wall. So here we are in the other people's property. I'm not going there because that's somebody else's land, but there's a wall there, and it's behind the garage, and you're probably getting that wall. This upper wall was replaced. The garage roof is poor, it leaks. Okay, the foundation is a little bit undermined. You're gonna have to fix it. This is some weird wood storage cavity they installed, and the walks are in pretty poor shape. So the water's gonna run through here. The garage used to be an old single garage. They put additions on it, and they even built this thing up front, which now I'm gonna say needs structural beam or repair. The floor is really cracked. The back is pulling apart. The roof is leaking, and I can't hold the flashlight and phone at the same time. There's water damage, moisture damage. The garage, also the sill plate, this thing here is rotted, and a lot of the joists are on this side. You can see them, but on the other side, there's concrete. There's just poured, and they're not accessible. Okay, it's kind of dark. There's no light in there. You can see the water coming in from the roof leak and deterioration, and there's going to be some work here. Okay, now let's move on. The garage, the driveway is functional. It's older. There is some areas where the driveway is somewhat damaged, so there'll be some repairs. Okay, the trim will need to be painted and repaired. Okay, the chimney also has some loose mortar and will need to be tuck pointed. That's kind of a high step to go in. The downspout here is disconnected, and they put a clean out here. In other words, the downspout probably doesn't work, so all this water from the roof is going to run all the way down, and it's going to not be able to go in that drain because it doesn't work, and it'll go through the garage and into the garage. So that's kind of a problem. Recommend changing water spigot to frost-free fixture. Change this outlet to a GFCI. Here you can see some deteriorated concrete. All right, the roof wasn't too bad. It was older, a little bit of granulation. And this is what we call the walk and talk inspection. So you can see where the wood is peeling. There's some deterioration on the trim. There's corner pieces missing. The gutter nails are popping out because there's ice dam, so there's heat loss, poor insulation, and we got to fix the thermal bypass. Okay, and you can see some of the nails are loose. All right, and then there's a vent hole there for some kind of bathroom, and there's birds and whatever in there, so you need to take care of that. Right now there is some siding missing up on the corner. That's going to allow water intrusion. I had a hard time parking, so looks like a lot of people have cars on this street. The front porch is in poor shape. The stairs have been kind of put together. They're not done right. They're missing a handrail, and the floors are rotted out. You can see the floorboards. They all got to be replaced, or a lot of them. And then they kind of try to fix the lattice, but you can see some deteriorated wood peeling paint. And then around here you got poured grading, so water runs towards the house. The downspout's disconnected, and here you can see where this is the downspout that's going to the back. So the grading could be improved, and the soffits also have gaps where, birds and things could get in there. That could be just the vent. Okay, so we'll get into the attic a little bit later. The posts look like they're okay. The tuck pointing might need to be done. And this is the front of the house. And the upper chimney, recommend cap and screen. Some mortar joints need tuck pointing. This is a low voltage line. I don't really look at that. The roof also on the front porch is bowed a bit from snow loads. It's probably okay. So the big issue here is the unknown foundation, structural wall behind the garage roof, the peeling paint and the wood, the potential lead for the wood on the windows and on the siding. And who's ever been painting it also was not using lead paint control, so there's paint chips around the property. All right, so this is kind of the outside, skinny. I'm going to go in the house and we'll go through the house real quick, and I'll do another video from the interior, and then we'll do a final video in the basement.